I'd like to thank you for watching our podcast. We're studying through the book of 1 Corinthians, and we're in the 15th chapter, and we're in verse number 54 today. Now, yesterday we talked about verses 52 and 53, and I just want to call your attention to some words that are used. 3 times in verse number 52, the Apostle Paul says, "This will happen." What's Paul doing? He's giving us the assurance that the resurrection of the saints will happen. We talked about this week about when it's going to happen, the last trumpet. If you didn't hear that podcast, go back to that podcast. I believe it was Tuesday's podcast. Maybe it was Wednesday's, when the last trumpet is. And then he also says in verse number 53, it says, it must happen. Twice he says, this must happen. We need to understand that we cannot go to heaven in these bodies that we live in. Now, those who have gone on before us, they are in the presence of the Lord right now. I don't know what their bodies look like, but they have some type of resemblance to our earthly bodies. But after Jesus comes and calls the church home, our bodies are going to be changed. Our bodies are going to look like the body of Jesus after he was resurrected. He was felt. He ate. People recognized him. I mean, it was a physical body. It was a physical resurrection. And someday, we as believers are going to pick up a body that's imperishable. A body that's immortal. It'll never die, but it'll be a body. Now that brings us to verse number 54. But when this perishable will have put on the imperishable. What's he talking about? When this physical body comes and it puts on, it receives, it's changed instantly into something that is completely imperishable. And then he goes on and he says, and this mortal puts on immortality. Verse number 54, but when this perishable will have put on the imperishable, and this mortal will have put on immortality, then, that's the key word, then will come about the saying that is written. When will it come about? After this mortal has put on immortality, after this perishable body has put on the imperishable, then this saying will have taken place. Now, this saying that the Apostle Paul gives here actually goes all the way back. It goes back many, many years to the prophecy of Isaiah. Just think about that. Actually, the prophecy of Isaiah and then the prophecy of Hosea, they're both mentioned here in these verses. How many of you realize that Isaiah prophesied the resurrection of our bodies thousands of years ago? Now, it hasn't happened yet, but it will happen. It must happen. That's what Paul says in 52, verse 52 and verse 53. It will happen, and it must happen. And when it happens, this prophecy of Isaiah is going to be fulfilled. Now let's go to the book of Isaiah, the 25th chapter, verse number 8. This is the recorded prophecy of this prophet. And it says this, he will swallow up death for all time. And the Lord will wipe tears away from all our faces. And he will remove the reproach of his people from all the earth, for the Lord has spoken. Death will be swallowed up. It'll be gone. He will swallow up death for all times, Isaiah says. Death will be swallowed up. The Apostle Paul says this. He says again in verse number 54, death is swallowed up in victory. Now, Isaiah didn't say in victory, but Paul adds this. And what's he saying? He's saying in our victory, we're going to win this battle. We as believers are going to leave this earth not defeated, but we're going to leave this earth in victory. We are going to have such great victory that even the greatest enemy of all, which is death, is going to be swallowed up. It's going to be gone. Gone forever for us. It's going to be swallowed up, and we are going to then live a life of complete victory. Wow. Verse number 55 is the prophecy of Hosea. Hosea 13, verse 14 says this, shall I ransom them from the power of Sheol? Shall I redeem them from death? O death, where are your thorns? O Sheol, where is your sting? Compassion will be hidden from your sight. What's Paul saying? Paul quotes this prophecy and he says this, O death, where is your victory? Death, you are not the victor over God's people. We need to understand that death is not the end. In fact, death is nothing more than the doorway to eternity. If you're a believer today and you're under the sound of my voice, you're watching these podcasts, death is not the end for you. You don't have to fear death because death is nothing more than the doorway to an eternity with Jesus. And someday, whether you die before he comes or not, someday you're going to pick up an imperishable body. You're going to pick up an immortal body, and you are going to forever live with the Lord. Now, if you're not a believer, death is going to come, but it's not going to come to you in victory. It's going to come to you in the most awful defeat that's ever been known to man. Hell. O death, where is your sting? The translation of this in a translation of the book of Hosea says, death, where is your thorns? Actually, the word sting here means something that pricks. Have you ever been to the doctor and they give you a shot and it pricks you? Have you ever touched a barbed wire fence in the wrong place and it pricked you? Well, that's what it's talking about. It's talking about something that penetrates your being. And so when the Apostle Paul here says, "O death, where is your sting?" he's talking about death. You are not going to penetrate us. You're not going to come inside of us. We have victory. Now, my time is up for today. We're going to pick up in verse number 56 tomorrow. God bless you.